Welcome back to Houston Life. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and our next guest knows exactly what it's like to fight this terrible disease.
Yeah, after being diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 15, her world turned upside down overnight. But that struggle made Sophia even stronger. Now, 7 years later, Sophia Ortiz is a junior in college, the current Miss World America Texas, and next week she'll be competing in Miss World America. Sophia joins us now with more on her rather unexpected journey. Sophia, it's great to see you.
It's so good to see y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
Congrats on this title. Obviously, we want to get the update on what you've been doing and the upcoming pageant. Let's talk about your diagnosis, though, at 15 years old, because we've talked a lot about childhood cancer on this program. Yes. At 15 years old, you were old enough to have known exactly what a diagnosis like that meant.
Yeah.
What kept you going, and can you describe what was happening at that time in your life, how you felt the day you received that news?
Well, I mean, I can't lie. It's about the hardest news anyone can expect. Nobody wants to hear the 3 words, "you have cancer," much less someone who's 15 years old and has their whole future ahead of themselves. It was like hearing those words just made all my hopes and dreams just fall to the floor, because I really didn't expect to be here today. And going through that and being able to see my family and my friends have to go through the fear of losing me was really, really rough. But I'm thankful that I was able to have them lend their support and their love to me, and that's what kept me going, that and my faith.
Wow. Even at 15, and you're a Latina, so at 15, that's quinceañera time. I mean, that's, your head is not supposed to be at this place where you're worried about your health. And even then you say you were worried about your family and friends because they were scared for you. I mean, I think that just shows how kind of selfless you are, which is amazing. And I think you're going to represent Texas so well. What gave you strength? You said faith and family. What was the toughest part of this treatment and everything you had to do?
The really toughest part is probably all the side effects that come with being treated. It's really challenging because I would lose a lot of my hair. The most impactful thing is because, well, as a woman, we pride ourselves so much on our hair. It's something that's so feminine. And when I would shower and run my fingers through my hair, I would just have clumps and clumps of hair come out. And that, to me, I mean, it brought me to tears. I would be crying in the shower. It was really just horrible. But it's something that I now have the opportunity to speak on and inspire others that through my perseverance and resiliency, I was able to have this second chance at life to really make a difference in the world. And it gave me purpose. It really did. Wow. Because going through the treatment made me realize how massive of a struggle it is to have to go through something like that, and especially at such a young age. So I told my parents that I wanted to create a foundation. Life is Precious is what I called it. And I started it off with the aim of helping children that were in situations like mine, battling pediatric cancer. And now I realize that I just want to help so many more people. So I expanded it to human rights, because I realized that that can cover anything from educational barriers to economic disparity, and really just allow me to make a positive impact on the world. And this year I was able to take my foundation from a national level to an international level. And you brought up quinceañeras, and this summer, I was able to travel to Colombia, back to my roots in Barranquilla, and throw a quinceañera for 30 girls.
Oh my goodness.
It was so awesome, and it truly was so inspiring to be able to see their faces light up at getting to have their princess moment, that transition from being a girl to womanhood. It was really super awesome, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of a local Houston sponsor, Valencia Couture. Kareem, one of my sponsors from all of my journey in pageantry, told me, "Sophia, what if I donated 30 quinceañera gowns and you use that to make a difference?" And I said, "Kareem, sign me up. Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much." And that's really how it started. I took that sponsorship, went out to find more sponsorships to cover shipping, to cover heels for the girls, to cover earrings for the girls, to cover their hair and makeup. And it really all came together so amazing, but it wouldn't have been possible without the donations and sponsorships of so many loving and compassionate souls. Yes.
In addition to throwing this quinceañera, you also donated a full library to a community there. Why were these specific acts of kindness so important for you to do?
Well, something that I've always valued in my life is education. I really credit the way that I can develop my communication skills and critical thinking to my education. My parents invested a lot in where I went to school because they know how important it is to get educated. And I wanted to be able to give back a little bit of that process to people who don't have the ability to have access to all the learning materials that they need. And I decided to start in Colombia because that's where my roots are from, and I felt this drive to give back to my community, to give back to my heritage.
You are so inspiring. You gave me goosebumps when I got to see, all those girls that you served, and then the library. I mean, your pageants, it seemed, have really helped not only your healing, but they've given you a reason to have this platform. What is the plan next? What is your message to other young people? I mean, you're really inspiring.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your words. My plan is to conquer the Miss World America crown and be able to have a global platform that I can spread my message on. And that message is to be a survivor. Really just be a fighter for life. We only have one life and we only have one chance at it. So we need to wake up every single day and realize that life is precious.
Very, very nice. Well
on a
said.
Monday.
On a Monday.
On Monday motivation. Hashtag Monday motivation.
There you go. Sophia Ortiz, and you're headed to Bellevue, Washington to compete for that Miss World America title. And we're rooting for you.
Thank you
You're
so
gonna
much.
be great.
You are.
Thank you.